He'd be like, nope, nope, nope.
Okay, so you're the funny one, right? Like,
I don't have a happy love life, so you guys don't get to have one. Hi everybody, welcome back to KU on the Record, where we talk about everything and anything university life and young adulthood. I'm your host Mia.
And I'm your co-host, Kun.
Hey, welcome back, Kun.
I know, it's good to be back.
Yeah, how have you been?
Not good.
Not
good. After midterms, I thought life would be happy again, but there's finals in a few weeks, so not good.
Well, good luck to you, and you have been blessed by the presence of today's guest. We have a very special guest today. Let's welcome Elise. Do you want to introduce yourself?
okay, so hi everyone, my name is Elise. I'm from media department. I'm currently a sophomore. And yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Yay! Today's topic is gonna be dating culture in university.
Ooh.
In university, damn. Okay.
Dating culture.
Yeah. So the only thing that I know about dating culture in Korea specifically is the meeting, which is like where you meet with a bunch of people. Actually, you know what? Can you please explain what is meeting? Because I'm not very familiar with it.
I've never went out for a meeting, like sogeting, meeting, but I've heard a bunch of stories of people around me. So basically, it will have somebody post message on the group chat of the department we need 3 boys, 3 girls, or some to meet some 3 boys, 3 girls from another department, or another people from another university, and then if anyone want to do it, then just text me privately, and then people who want it, they will go out, and then they will have they will open a chatting room, and then what I heard interestingly, they will all delete their profile picture.
Oh,
Delete your profile picture?
Before they actually meet in real life,
wow.
they will delete the profile picture, so they won't know, they won't judge the visuals,
how you look,
they won't know. They're just basically based on the conversations before really meeting. But the person who conducted the meeting, they will say to both of the at least in 3 people will be one who looks decent. So
that's so neat.
Wow.
yeah, so that's what I heard. So people went out with okay, maybe that person might be the good one. Should I?
I've never heard of the deleting
profile picture.
Yeah. I mean, I would be the one to judge people's appearance. So
He'd be like, nope, nope, nope.
Totally understand. Yeah. Have you? Oh, well, you have not been.
I actually I didn't know how meetings worked also. I had the basic concept, it's just someone introduces someone. It's a blind date kind of thing, but that was about it. Yeah, but the deleting the picture is kind of funny though.
Yeah, it's really.
Can you imagine if you didn't delete your pictures? Someone goes in the chat, they take a look at everyone and leaves the chat. This is not for me.
Not for me.
This group is not for me.
Yeah, I actually heard from someone that have been on a lot of meetings. That person told me the one that is not the best looking is actually normally the most fun one.
Yeah, they will say okay, so you're the funny one, right? That's kind of an insult. Yeah.
When you get to the venue, you're the funny one.
Yeah, so you have the fun one, the nice one, and the good-looking one.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, so it's usually 3 on 3, or?
Yeah, it's usually 3 on 3.
Yeah, but I actually heard from the same person that it normally doesn't work out. But I did see couples from those meetings.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard to work out from only one meeting. Kind of you went out with the mindset of I'm gonna impress these people. So it's not real you. That person is not their real one. So it's kind of hard to be something after that. But if they have a second date or something, they call it eputo after, and then they will follow Instagram or something, and they will contact privately, and then went out on a second date.
Right. So the one who conducts it is going to be one of the 3 person, right?
No, it's
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
it's a
No?
separate.
So it's
it's a
like-
separate people.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like 3 on 3 and like
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started with the stories. Today, our team has prepared 5 stories in total, and let's start with it. Okay, so the first story is called Wingman by Accident.
Wingman by accident.
Yeah. I basically became a wingman by refusing to be the third wheel. One time, I had an overlapping class with a friend of mine. I didn't know anyone else in the class, so we wanted to sit next to each other. But after add drop period, my friends Ponhu came to that class. At first, we thought, hey, let's sit together. But after the first day, I felt so weird being in the middle of them. So without saying anything, I started sitting by myself at the back of the classroom. I could see that my friend and the hube would always sit with each other. Ha ha. After
What's with this one?
The ha-ha was part of the... Oh, okay.
Does it really like?
I thought that's the one your like real laugh sounded like. I was kind of worried there.
It's written here,
Okay.
Okay. Whew. After about 2 months, the friend told my friend group that they're dating. And later my friend quietly came to me and told me, thank you for realizing before everyone else. And honestly, I'm thankful for myself. Imagine what would have happened if I had just a little less nunchi. If I have a little less nunchi.
Wait. I'm still caught up. Wait, so the friend is dating with his ponhu?
His or her, we don't know. On who, exactly.
Okay.
Why do you look like concerned?
Because like I like the whole idea of ponhu for me, it was like it was kind of like more of like a family thing. like that's the whole idea I had with ponhu. Like if you have a ponhu, it's like you're like, because you know like it's like the same line, right? Of the class ID. So like that is like one family line. So like the whole idea of like dating someone like your ponhu is like.
You just turned this into a very weird thing.
So I was confused. I was like, wait, so who's the ponhu of whom?
Yeah.
Oh, so the friend.
Yeah, the person.
The friend and the friend's ponhu are
Yes,
dating.
exactly. They're dating. And would you do the same thing that the OP, let's say OP, like the person did in this situation? Like, so go back to the the back of the class and then leave room for them to talk and get to know each other.
Honestly, I'm the type to have like, I'm very bad at nunchi. like when it comes to relationships, I'm really bad at it. So like, even if they're like, you know, kind of hitting it off, I would have no idea. Like, oh, they're such good friends. Oh, they're having such a good time. Like, oh, let me join you guys. And I would have probably sat beside them the whole time.
They're like holding hands and kissing and good
friends.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so this guy like knew that they were they were interested in each other, or was it like
Yeah,
accident? Because he said it was like he was a wingman by accident.
Yeah, so like
He didn't know.
Didn't intend to be the wingman, I guess, but like the person sees what was going on and then just like, oh, I might need to like leave room for the But would you do the same thing?
I mean, if they both my acquaintance and we have like the same class, I will probably introduce them to each other at first. But like if I sense kind of something in between them, I'll be like right after, so that I can still see the situation. I don't want to miss out, but still like a safe distance.
Like observe from a distance. Like, oh, so that's what's happening now.
Yeah. So those two people just like sit in the front and Alice is like.
I'm like, I'm doing my thing, but I'm still looking at you guys.
I'm doing my thing, but I have my eye on you.
Like she's not listening to the lecture. Yeah.
How about you? What would you do?
I feel like I will, like if it's my best friend, I will not do it. Because like me and my best friend were like, if that were us, we would be just like giggling and like just like elbowing each other. Hey, you like him. Yeah, I'm very immature. Yeah, but good for the friend. So the title of the next story is Lost in Cultural Translation.
Okay.
Yeah. I was confused during my freshman year. So I met two guys in CU store, and because I'm pretty extroverted person, I started talking to them and got their contacts, and we hang out several times.
Okay.
It was my first ever experience being friends with Koreans, so I was pretty excited. And then I went to hang out one day with one of the dudes from that meetings, and we went on a walk and then ate pasta, and he paid for everything when I was in the bathroom. And then we went for desserts, and he also paid, which was a lot for me.
Damn.
And I thought we were on a date because everything was giving date vibes. And I said nothing and just continued the conversation. After several days after that meeting, he ghosted me. For a long time, I was confused why he did that until I discovered Habyak culture, and he was a year older than me, and he paid for everything because he thought it's a Habyak. It was in capital.
Okay, great acting.
And I didn't know that. I didn't even thank him as a hube. And now I know the culture that after Habyak, hube should ask for another meeting to pay back, and I didn't do that as well. So probably he was pretty disappointed in the foreigner he met, and he ghosted me. Yeah.
Okay.
I completely understand the guy's perspective. like if you go to a date or like you go hang out with someone thinking it's a pabyak, and like you paid for the meal and you go for what they went for dessert afterward, and you're expecting. I could just imagine like the guy's like expecting the girl to pay, but like she's not doing anything. Like, what is this? What's up with her?
Yeah, but like normally, if people do papyak with their 선배, like do the 선배s pay for everything, or do they split?
Yeah, the 선배 pay for everything.
Everything. Actually, I didn't know that a papyak has like different like round. Like that's. I thought like you just go like, for example, you go for a pasta and then like that's it. That's done.
What do you mean different grounds?
It's like
round.
desserts.
Oh, rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cause like the pabyak, I know like. I mean, I guess it depends on like different people, but like usually like if the 선배 buys the meal, like the hube pays for like the dessert or the coffee afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah. So like hearing the story, it was kind of funny because like if the guy was expecting it to be a pabyak, and then they went to dessert right after. And the girl just didn't do anything. And like after they like separated, the girl didn't even like ask him out for like a second meeting or something. Then I don't understand it.
Well, she thought it was a date.
Yeah.
So and she might not have been interested in him. But even in that case, I thought it's kind of weird because like with dates, I think it's just maybe it's just me, but I think it's kind of like a manner thing to if the other person pay for dinner or lunch, you pay for dessert, or you pay for like movie tickets and things like that. So it's kind of weird. Yeah.
But for me, like the most interesting part is like how extrovert was she?
Oh yeah. I
That
was
she
like,
got the contact from like two random guys in CU. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I can never do that.
Never like.
I'm so introverted.
I was like imagining, because like when you're telling the story, I'm like imagining in my head, and I'm like imagining someone like going into the convenience store, meets two people, and then the next action is like you go ask for their contact, like what?
Like, is this a call? Am I being invited to a call now? Yeah. But I think Habyak is like a pretty interesting culture. Is it just our school or like?
No, I think it's a
like,
Korean thing.
Korean in general.
I heard from like my other friends talking to the hubes, like you're like a freshman, don't pay for food, just go out and eat free stuff. Like just ask for papyak from your hubes, like don't pay for your food.
Yeah. Did you get that when you were a freshman?
I'm like a fall semester student. Oh. So like I'm not really like a freshman, like a real freshman, but coming into like spring semester having like papyak with my 선배s. My 동기's are kind of like my sangbaes.
So they bought you meals?
No.
No.
I just felt intimated by them. I was like, oh, okay, hi. I mean, we're same 학번, but.
So what about you?
Pabia?
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
Because like, I was like, I'm class of 21, and that was like COVID period, right? So I didn't go to school right away. I went to the military, and by the time I came back, like I'm class of 21, but I'm a freshman. Another freshman are like class of 23 or something, and I'm like it's kind of like my sonbes, so like the sophomores or juniors are like lower class than me. So I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Then do you guys like pay for any of your Hubei's meals?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I have.
I think yeah, a few times, but like cause I was freshman with all the like class below me, so like it's like they don't treat me as somebody, I don't treat them as Hubei. It's like all friends.
Yeah.
Oh, we're equals.
Yeah,
here.
we're all equal.
We're
I don't
equals
pay
here.
for you.
You don't pay for me.
Yeah, you don't have to treat me as somebody. Let me protect my wallet.
Yeah. So I've never paid for anyone's meals, I
Really?
think. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's like kind of like a friendship thing and not like a Sunday Hubei thing. Yeah, because well for me this is a pretty new thing. I don't think in Vietnam we have that kind of
Yeah.
culture.
I mean, I've never been to a university like us.
Oh, right.
This is my only experience.
But like just in general as well, like we have that Asian when the bill comes, there's this Asian
Yeah,
thing.
fight for
Like,
the-
it's like, let me pay, I'll pay. Yeah, but I think for our generation, the younger generation, we don't really do that anymore, especially with people that we are close with. And we just like, go Dutch. Yeah.
I think it's a Korean culture thing, like
think so,
because I remember like also in the military they're like class, and you can take a class, so like people like in the upper class they would like pay for the lower class people, right? So I think it's like a culture thing. Like also like when you go to like work in like an office, right? Like people who are like higher position, they would be the ones that pay for you. So I think yeah, unless you're like very close, you're like, oh, you pay, or like something like that, yeah. But like if you're like just like acquaintances or like not that close, then I think like it's a cultural thing. Here. Yeah.
The title is Anti-Romance Professor.
Professor.
Professor?
Now we go to the professor. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, professors are not like famous for being romantic. I don't think so.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I feel like I lied to my professor. Basically, there is a professor who always tells his class to not date. The professor says, especially if both partners are in his class, they should break up. Oh my God, what in the world?
So aggressive. Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of a joke, okay, but he says it a lot. Haha.
It might not.
Anyways, when I took this class last year, I had just started dating, and me and my boyfriend fought a lot, like every day. When my professor told me to just break up with my boyfriend, I told the professor I'm going to. But actually, I'm still with my boyfriend, and we are happy, and we don't fight anymore. Yay! This is good, but I was holding hands with him this semester and walking around on campus, and we saw the professor. The professor had a shocked look on his face and pointed between me and my boyfriend. I just said hello and we walked away. This is kind of shy, embarrassing, but at least my dating life is still good. Yeah, imagine like you see your professor and he's like,
That's not kind of embarrassing. That's like very embarrassing.
I mean, the person can always say, oh, we got back together.
But like at that moment, like
Yeah, very awkward.
it's gonna be like in like the eye contact. Like you said that you're gonna break up with him. Why are you here hand in hand with him? Like,
Yeah, I wonder what class this is, because like it's kind of weird to be in a class and just like, don't date in my class. Like I don't have a happy love life, so you guys don't get to have one. It's kind of weird.
That professor's funny though.
Yeah.
Like no dating in my class.
Is there any pros and cons of dating in college, do you guys think? I can tell you right away that if you are like a CC couple, it's very awkward when you break up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you like might walk past them and you have to pretend like you don't know them. Yeah, because that happened with my friend.
I mean, CC, it's already kind of like risky, but Kwashishi, it's like
Oh.
another level of risky.
That's like, that's just like forbidden. That's forbidden grounds.
I mean, I look around in media department, I'm like, I'm happy they're like happily dating, but please don't break up. Please.
Yeah, especially if you are in the same friend group with them. Yeah, very risky.
I could think of a con.
Yeah.
Like it was like, I think dating takes effort, right?
Right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort and energy, and like, as a university student, you have so much on your plate, and like you want to have a happy dating life, a happy relationship, and all that. But like, it gets difficult sometimes to balance it. So like, I think it's a pro and a con at the same time, because like if you're in the same college, right?
Right.
At least like you can like study together, right? You
Right.
can like meet up from time to time and like whenever, because like you're in the same like area already. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I think it can be a pro and a con at the same time.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
You also kind of need a little bit of distance with your partner.
Could be.
Yeah. But that's CC, but like just dating in university when you're young in general, I think one pros could be that your guys are kind of on the same like stage in your life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So in a way, your goals and perspectives on things pretty much align.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have someone to rely on, because like you're going through essentially similar, like the same things, right? So it's good.
For me, it's like having the same worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like it's having somebody to talk to, you don't have to explain yourself about your
Right.
worries. Just like, I'm tired. Okay, I understand you, and that's all. You just need a person next to you, and they'll be right there for you. And that's gonna be like the most obvious pros.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth story.
Okay.
Drunk words, sober consequences. Whoa.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
well,
consequences.
this is another drunk story. This is about to be good.
Okay. Basically, we were a group of friends who became close during the first semester of 2023 because we are in the same hakon. We grew close by attending classes together, eating together, and even when summer vacation came, we planned a trip for the four of us to Busan. We were 2 men and 2 women, 2 Koreans and 2 foreigners. At first, everything seemed fine, but after the trip, things started to change. I noticed that my 2 Korean friends, a man and a woman, were acting strangely. Every time they saw each other, they argued, and it was very uncomfortable. Then one day, my friend A confessed to me that he liked my friend B, but B didn't like him back. Oh no. Unfortunately, one day my friend drank too much alcohol and confessed to my other friend, which completely broke the situation. To this day, each of us is somewhat distant, and we no longer hang out together as the 4 of us used to.
Wait, so
So
friend A
confessed
likes
to
friend
B.
B, but B doesn't like friend A back.
Yes.
And
A drank.
A drank too much
Yes.
And confessed to me.
and confessed to B.
Yes.
And told
There's no longer A
they
and B.
told like A told all this to C, which is the
Yes.
person that wrote this.
Right.
I feel bad for D though.
I was like, like, where's D in the story? Oh,
Sitting
not
on the
D.
side.
No one's telling him anything. Like nothing's going on.
D will be the one in the group chat, like texting, like, why are you guys not replying?
I can imagine like that friend D doesn't know anything. Like, why aren't we hanging out anymore?
And he suddenly had to find a new friend group.
Damn.
It's kind of go back to what we said earlier on, like if you like dating in the same group of friends, very risky.
Risk, yeah, that's high risk.
Yeah, have you guys have any like experiences, like similar experience,
Do you want to?
Drunk confessing?
or like dating in the same friend, or drunk confessing? Yes.
Drunk confessing? No. Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I don't think I'm like the chatty type when I get drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
You sleep?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to hear about my drunk confession story, like check out our
Oh.
previous video.
Really?
About drinking culture.
Recap. Short recap.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Can I
Drunk
watch it right now?
Yo, someone get like
The timestamp,
watch
please. I need the timestamp.
Timestamp.
you drunk confess to someone?
When?
Well, confession, fake drunk.
Confession. Fake drunk?
Oh, this is interesting.
Whoa.
Ooh, I need a link right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, any experience about like friends in the same friend group dating or liking each other?
It's kind of like my story.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We don't get to hear Mia's drunk confession story, but okay, I'll settle for this.
I'll take this.
Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it. Well, okay. Please don't watch this, my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
So, yeah, my friend group is kind of like 4 people.
Oh.
2 guys, 2 girls.
Is this your story?
Is it
Maybe one of your friends like.
Is it? Oh my god.
I hope not.
No, it's not. So, long story short, I rejected my boyfriend once, like the first time that he confessed to me when he was drunk, because I don't want to date in the same friend group. Because I really love this, the 4 of us, so I don't want to break this friendship. Like whatever happened between us is gonna affect the friendship. So I don't want the situation to be like like that. So I just told him that, sorry, I know you have feelings for me. It's not that surprising, but but like I don't think of you like that. We're just gonna be friends. But
did you like him back then?
Yeah. But then, like after knowing his feelings, I cannot ignore it. And we still like hang out every day after that. And it was like the exam period, so like we basically go to library studying, and then go to convenience store grabbing like something to eat, and we went for a walk and like that. And things happen.
Things happen. I feel like that's the juicy part.
Things happen. Just skip it. And yeah, so like after we became like an official thing, let's say like I'm A, my boyfriend is B, and the other 2 in C and D. We haven't told C and D yet about we have like until now, but like back then we haven't told them. So we're like, oh, when should we tell them? Like it's so awkward to like tell them. Like how can we tell them like we are a thing now? So we decided one day that when we have like general meeting every week.
Your friend group has a general meeting every week?
This is the agenda of today's meeting.
I don't know what my friend group is doing, but we gotta start doing that. General meeting every week.
We just call it like that, and then we're gonna hang out somewhere. And that time we went to C's home. And then we drank after a while, and my boyfriend said that, okay, you know what, I have something to confess to you guys. I'm seeing somebody, and they're like, who? And seeing you like, who? Do we know that person? And then my boyfriend's like, yeah, pretty clearly. You kind of know her. Like, who? Is that her? Like, yeah.
Wait, they didn't know anything?
Yeah, they didn't know.
You guys.
Wow, you
like,
guys are
so
really good.
Yeah.
Cause we're kind of like close before the friend groups were like being like formed.
Oh, like you guys were close already.
Yeah.
And then like it grew. So I had a question, because like it was high risk, right? So would you say it was high return?
Oh. I have to say.
Oh, she's like,
Oh, wait, she's put on the spot here. Okay, wait, edit.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. Cause like for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I have to be like a close friend of that person before I became something else. For somebody, it's kind of like, it's okay to like date through like a meeting or something, to like get interested in somebody right away and then just get to know each other after you be like dating. But for me, it's like the period of being friends and getting to know each other as friends has to be long enough for me to know that
Like,
person.
you have to get to know that person.
Yeah, to like to be interested in that person.
Yeah, so I heard that the dating culture in Korea is like you date first and then you get to know them later. Whereas I think most of us Vietnamese are like the opposite. We need to know the person first, and then if we're interested, like we start dating. And we actually, you know, I don't know, is it, or am I just old? But we actually have to like say like, hey, I like you. Do you want to be my boyfriend or do you want to be my girlfriend? Yeah. And in here, I heard that you don't really have that confession stage. Like you don't. A lot of people just like, okay.
Like they just assume that.
Yeah, assume that we're a thing.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong Korean here, because like when you said like in Korean dating culture, like they date first and get to know each other like afterwards, I was like,
Wow.
okay, maybe I'm not that Korean.
Yeah. So you were friend with your.
Yeah, like you said, like that period where you get to know each other is also very important for me. Like it's so. It sounds very exhausting also, like you date someone first and then you get to know them and then like you don't know, like, right, you're basically taking a risk, a blind risk, and then like it turns out like that person was not the one, and like, you wasted all this time, energy, money, like all that.
Okay, so our fifth and final story, and this one is actually collected from Etak.
Wait,
Yeah.
so where were the other stories from?
I don't know, but it's from real people.
Okay.
Anonymous sources.
Anonymous, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so from every time. The reason why people who have never dated are good at dating advice because they don't know how hard breakups are. They are able to give simple solutions really well. When I also hadn't broke up before, if my friends had a hard time with their boyfriends, I would just easily say, there's a lot of good men, just break up. But now that I've had the experience of broken up, I know how hard it is, and I no longer can say, just break up. What's your verdict on this?
People who haven't been in relationships give the best relationship advices.
Are good at dating advice.
Okay, I think I get it. Yeah, because they don't know how like being in a real relationship is.
No, they can give
they can easily give advices.
Yeah.
But not necessarily good ones.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I don't know
okay.
why it says
Okay.
like it's good at dating
Yeah,
advices.
because like I didn't agree with the first one. Like good advices, good advices.
I'm not sure about like the good advice part, but I do think that people with like a more like they see things from the outside.
Yeah.
So they might see things that the couples, the people that are in the relationship might not see, and that could give a like new perspective, and that might help.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see it like more objectively
Yeah.
from the outside. So, but more than like people who haven't had like any dating experience, I think just the outsider, like
Yeah. Right.
yeah, it should be put in that way.
Good. I'm still not sure about good advice.
Good advices.
Good advices.
Yeah.
Advices, sure. Like I think it's easy. It's easier if like you're not in a
Yeah.
relationship to give relationship advices, because you're like, what's so difficult about
Yeah,
it?
just
But like
break
once you're there, like there's like a lot of different things, and like you can't like it's not like you want to break up. It's like right, like when you have a fight with your like significant other, it's not like you want to break up. You want to like get through with it together.
Right.
But like the advice they give is like just break up.
Break
You're
up,
like, what is that gonna? How is that gonna solve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I don't know if like people have never dated and before. I don't think they can fully know the extent to which the problems that can actually arise in a relationship, because sometimes it's like very minute things, right?
And like different relationships have different problems.
Right.
Yeah.
That's also And about like advice in terms of like just break up.
No.
I personally don't tell people to break up because I don't want the responsibility to go
be
back.
on you.
To be mine. I would just say if I'm asked, I would just say, okay, this is what I see, and here's the pros, here's the cons, and the decision is yours to make. Unless the other person is like toxic or like abusive or things like that, then
I think that advice is like a test also. Like if someone gives you an advice like, oh, break up, and like you're like, you know, it kind of shakes you up.
Yeah.
Then maybe you have to like rethink your relationship. Like if someone tells me to break up and I'm like considering it, then you have to rethink it, right? But like like, in a way it's a test. Like to see like, is your relationship really strong? Is it worth it? Like
I mean, I guess in some relationship, like they already know the answer. They just need someone to reassure that yes, that's the thing you should do.
I'm usually the person who like, if my friends comes to me and like, my boyfriend's doing this to me, like he's trash, and I'll be like, yeah, that's trash.
yeah, that's trash.
Trash.
You
Yeah, like, and I agree, and then the next day they'll be like back together. Like, I'll be like, yeah,
that wasn't trash.
So it turns out you're meeting with the trash. And then the next day she'll be like, okay, I was wrong. He was trash all over. Like, you'll see, I told you, but still next day. And I'm like, fine, whatever, you just go on meeting with whatever kind of trash, but like, I don't care.
Yeah, no, but I think people don't listen to advice like that. Like
This is why I stopped giving relationship advice.
yeah.
Because of this exact reason. Like
Yeah.
they come to me for like relationship advice, like, oh, like we fought, we argued about
don't
something,
listen.
and then like they ask me for my
They
opinion.
don't
I give them
listen.
something, they don't listen.
Yeah.
After a while, they come to me with the same problem and then the same advice.
So
and repeats,
frustrated.
and I'm just like, you know what? Just do whatever you want at this point.
this is a waste of time.
It's like,
Yeah, I think people do what they want to do,
yeah.
and they ask for our advice to seek for the answer that they want.
Yeah. To get somebody to
Yeah,
agree
yeah,
with
yeah,
them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's all the story.
Those stories were fun.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 5 story? Which one was?
I'm still shocked by the one who gets some random guy's contact.
That extrovert. I don't think that's an extrovert. That's
Yeah.
like levels above extrovert.
The Pavia story, right?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say the first story.
The what?
First one?
The first one.
first
Yeah.
one?
Because I want a friend like that. I feel like if I actually have a friend like that, I won't be alone now.
If someone like you need someone to be your wingman.
Wingman, yeah. So that's it for this episode. Let's hear our guest thoughts on this episode, on this filming.
Oh, okay. Actually, Leon told me that this is gonna be about like dating culture, and I thought it was about like friendship, not about dating. Sorry, I was wrong. Still, it was really fun, and all the stories were kind of like interesting, going from like professor to some random guy to so I have a really fun time.
Okay. So let's go back to my question from the start. Like, what are the first impressions of
Oh,
on
Okay.
each other?
impression.
Yeah.
Well, she's a very fun person, and I think it was like the whole episode today was very fun. I really enjoyed the topics also,
Yeah.
and I don't know, like we based on our opinions about the story, it feels like we have like some common grounds on what we think.
yeah.
Like what we think is weird, what we think is like a bit off. I noticed that. Yeah, but she's our first guest, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Who was our
because
first?
Alina was here last time, but like,
Alright.
yes.
Yeah. But Alina is not a guest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's not counted as a guest.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't here.
Okay.
So she's our first guest,
Yeah.
and she was a very fun first guest to have in our podcast.
Yes, and with a very fun group of friends.
Oh yeah, the general. I'm gonna start going to my group of friends.
Let's have
Yeah.
a
Let's have a
meeting.
dinner. Let's do it from like tonight.
Okay, general
You can start it.
Yeah. Okay, so your first impression of him?
You give off a really like relaxing vibe. It's like a really easy to talk to kind of vibe. Yeah. It was really nice to talk to you, and I feel like we can be really good friends. Yeah.
Okay, that was very heartwarming. And thank you guys so much for your inputs. I don't have any dating experience in Korea, so it was very fun to hear your stories. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, that's it for today. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.